loves, how are you today? Okay, so today I have been thinking about this long and hard and testing things out. I want to talk about some foundations for pale skin, and not only pale skin but pale dry skin, because guess what? My skin has had a lot of major changes this past year. I used to have super oily skin, but due to some changes in our lifestyle and things going on with me and my body, I now have really dry, pale skin. Now, pale skin by itself is kind of hard to find foundation in the store for, because I'm usually the lightest of the light. And most foundations, both drugstore and prestige and high-end, are not light enough for me. So for all you pale, pasty, beautiful ladies out there, pale mamas, this is for you. Foundations that I've really been enjoying, and I'm going to insert pictures to show you what the wear is like. And I'm going to start off probably with my least favorite, moving up to my most favorite. And like I said, I've been testing these out for a while, and I just want to let you know my thoughts and what could help you find the best foundation for you if you have pale, dry skin. So the first one, and I know I'm going to hear some hate about this, this is my first one that I'm going to talk about, is the Huda Beauty foundation. Now, I got this in Milkshake, and they do have a wonderful shade range for you pale mamas, like for your really pale mamas. It is a great shade range. However, this was a little too dry for me. It had a lot of coverage with it, which I appreciated. So if you have oily skin, that might help you. But it was almost too dry for me, and it just did strange things on my skin. The wear time was great, but after a while, there's just certain spots that it clung to my wrinkles and dry patches on my skin. So I liked it. It did look more natural as the day went on, but it just clung to some dry patches, unfortunately, and that's my skin. So I'm sure it would work out for someone with maybe less dry patches or less dry skin than me. But this is the second bottle of this that I've repurchased, and I actually went a little bit too dark. I guess I'm more cool toned this winter than I thought I was. I think I purchased 43 last time, and this is another foundation that has a really great range for you pale skinned ladies. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. This is one of my favorite foundation formulas. If you like full coverage, this one's for you. It's great on humid days, and let me be real, I live in southern Louisiana. Our weather's highly unpredictable. So if you're looking for something that's just gonna lock into your skin and not budge, this one's for you. It's great. But actually, since I bought too dark of a shade this time, this is something great that I also discovered. For the pale ladies that can't find a foundation that's pale enough for you, I found this is a great substitute to mix into my foundations to make them more pale. This is NYX's Total, and it's a foundation, but I've found that it's great to mix in with other foundations to tone them down a little bit. This is NYX's Total Control Drop Foundation. And you might have heard a lot about this on Instagram a while back, but it's very liquidy. And usually I'll mix a few drops of this in if I'm more pale than a foundation that I really care for. Like a lot of drugstore foundations, for example, Estee Lauder doesn't make a shade light enough for me, so I just mix some of this in with it. It's a great alternative to more expensive things to mix in with your foundation, so that's a good thing to consider. Moving into, let's see, something that I tried more recently that is growing on me. So this is something I've been trying. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick and Blanc. Now again, great shade range. However, it calls for you to do a little stamp on your skin, and that's just not enough full coverage for me. I like full coverage foundations. This just wasn't enough coverage. If you like a less full coverage foundation, this might be a great one for you. I found that it was great with a blending brush, but I found that it was more beautiful after you went in with the brush with a beauty blender. So I really found though for the price that I really had to build it up to get to the coverage that was comfortable for me. However, like I said, if you want less full coverage, this might be good. More natural finish. This might be good for you if you're looking for more of a natural finish. So, but great shade range again, and I really love the packaging. I don't know if you can hear that. It's just compact, great to take on the go for touch-ups. All right, I'm moving into my top 2 favorites lately for pale, dry skin. And this one of them's a drugstore and one of them's a prestige. So, and this one I can say, I can look into my empties basket and I have probably 4 full bottles of this in the past few months because I love it that much. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the color 102 Porcelain. It's what I'm wearing today, and don't let my bronzing fool you. It matches my pale pastiness, and it's glorious. But I find that it doesn't cling to my dry patches. This is going on, this is going on about 9 hours and it's still going strong. So, and I want to say the price point was pretty good. I think it was between $10 and $15, which if it's hanging in there with some of the prestige brands, I'm all for it. If it works, it works. I don't care. And if it's less expensive, then that's even better. So something to try in the drugstore. It's one of my favorite foundations year round. I constantly am repurchasing it. So I hope they don't do away with it anytime soon, because Maybelline, this is great. And my top foundation, and I'm sorry ladies, it's a more expensive brand, but my gosh, it is so good. It has never let me down. I've worn it for pictures, I've worn it for a full day of work, I've worn it when I was sweating, in the yard, outside, rain, sunshine. It stays where it's supposed to. And I will say it does have a little more of a dry texture, so you have to really moisturize really well. But it is the best foundation for rain or shine, whatever your situation. And it is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Liquid Foundation. It's a little pricey. I'll link it down below. And I'm in the shade 0.5. But it is a great color for me. It's light enough for me. I don't look ashy or just like I have the wrong shade on. And it's got a little pump. The only 2 that have pumps are the Huda, the Kat Von D, and the Urban Decay. These 3. Which I don't know if it makes a difference to you, but it does to me. I feel like it's less messy, but the packaging is beautiful, which I really feel like you're paying for the packaging. But this is another thing that I really like. It snaps on. I have probably repurchased this. I purchase it all the time, year round. Best pale foundation, and it doesn't budge. So that is my #1 foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've missed being on YouTube and making videos. I'm trying to step up my game and try to build better content in order to help you ladies. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and if you have any thoughts, please send them down below. I am going to link everything in the box down below as well. I hope you're having an amazing day.